Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Welcome to this preview edition of Indiana Sports Connection. We're going to talk about the game tonight coming up against Milwaukee. Should be a great one for our Hoosiers and a little bit of a harder test. This is one, and it's got to be one where you really look at it is you don't want to have a big letdown game after winning on the road to Marquette. So it's really going to be, we'll talk about Milwaukee and what they can do to Indiana, where they rank in Ken Palm and everything like that, who some of their top scorers are. I'm having a problem with StreamYard. They are like not allowing. Don't you hate all of these technologies and apps out there? And so I don't pay for this one, but there's several that I pay for that they just take away features. Like they don't allow you to put a thumbnail on here. They're not allowing me to show my stats on here because they want me to pay more money all the time. All of these people, they just want more and more money for whatever it is. So let me get your comments up. Hopefully they'll let me at least view the comments because I guess they are my comments. Take that off of there. But all right, this is Indiana Sports Connection. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the thumbs up button. Pump the video out to more people across the country, across the globe. Jump in the rocket ship. And yes, and the contest winner will be on the shoot. I'll have to draw the name like while I'm live on here. But we can do it. But let's get into talking about Milwaukee, what we expect to see out of Indiana today, because this game, Milwaukee, they are favored to win the Horizon League. And if you know, I mean, I've started to pay attention to it more. They've tried to make Purdue Fort Wayne and Fort Wayne more of an actual school, not just like a satellite school, because it used to be IPFW. So I do pay attention on the news to the Horizon League because the Mastodons that play in Fort Wayne play in that league. I know like the Mastodons and a lot of these teams do play really, really fast. And it's a lot more of a competitive league than I think a lot of people realize. So with this team, because Oakland's in the Horizon League too, I believe. I don't know all the teams, but I know quite a few of them, and Cleveland State and whatnot. But Milwaukee is in that league. And let me get into right here where they are at. So they are at 191 today in Ken Palm. And I mean, they have a really strong offense. They're Let me pull up their individual stats because they got a few guys that shoot some pretty good percentages on 3-pointers. So yeah, they do have guard Hubbard that he's shooting like 80% on free throws and 53% on 3-pointers. Alga Lillard and Hubbard is their leading scorer. He's averaging 19.3. Sorry, I can't pull the stats up onto the screen right now. Let me try to click it one more time, but it looks like they are just blocking or they're changing their software or something. But and they have another dude, Elam. He shoots 43% on 3-pointers. And Dixon, he shoots 37% on 3-pointers. There, and I'm gonna butcher this name, Janokovic. He is averaging 6.7 rebounds. They are in Ken Palm. It says that they are like from their years past with this coach, and he's been there a couple years. He was at a different school for a while. I was reading his background. He really built that school up, and he's been here a few years, and he's really built this program up into what they are now. So, you know, the school we played before, Alabama A&M, and I didn't mention this on one of the last, they were like over 300 in Ken Palm. So this is a lot better tested team within the 200 range. I mean, they could definitely, and I've watched a few of the teams like Oakland when they played. Purdue and some of the teams from the Horizon League, the Mastodons, they played Friday night. I watched that game. They played Ohio State. And I know Ohio State's not that great, but they really kept the game within 10 points right up until about the last 10 minutes of the game. So this is one where Indiana cannot have a letdown in this game. I'm glad he's scheduled. This is going to be a well-coached team. They have a guy who is kind of like Kurt Signetti. He's kind of made his way from lower school to here, and he's kind of trying to make his way to a higher level school. So um, it's going to be a huge, I'm not going to say it's going to be a huge test for Indiana. It's going to be a huge test for them. And I kind of want to see if Indiana can play, if Connerway and Enright, I would like to see some of those guys be able to hit some threes. If not, I mean, I can definitely see it being the Tucker DeVries and Lamar Wilkerson show. And then all of our big guys, I think against this team, will definitely have. I think once the season gets going and we get against harder teams in the Big Ten, I believe we'll shoot more 3-pointers. We'll shoot more like over 30, like 30 to 35. Right now, when we're playing some of these teams where we are bigger than them, or Sam Alexis and our guys can, and Reed Bailey can make their way to the basket, then we're going to take the free layups. When these teams, especially if they're a team that is struggling on defense, if they really key in on Tucker DeVries and Lamar Wilkerson, that is going to be our opportunity to get other guys involved in the game and really make that happen. And I would like to see that happen. But if Lamar Wilkerson and Tucker DeVries are going to get open for threes, then those are going to be our top two scorers on this team. You can just kind of see that. Like we're not, it's good to get like this third game in and the fourth game in, and because, we can get more of a statistical, like, see what this team's going to be as we head into, Kansas State is our next, like, not top level team, but more of a team that's like been in the tournament and had some good runs and stuff like that. I don't know how great they are this year. I haven't watched them yet. But if you watched Louisville and Kentucky last night, that was a great game. And I flipped over to that. I got a free trial on Hulu. If you're looking to get that, go get a free trial on Hulu and you can watch ESPN. But that was Louisville is a tough team that just plays like balls to the wall physical. And Kentucky looks really good too, because they came right back. They were almost down by 20 in the first half, came back and really made a game of it. So that was a great one. If you caught that game, it was Herbal. How are you? It's like been a while. I don't know why, but yeah, game day today. I'm happy about it. It's let's go through just a few more of the Ken Palm stats for the defensive and the offensive stats for Milwaukee, because so they're 191 in overall. Effective field goal percentage is 53.4%. That's ranked 123. Their 3-point percentage is 39%. That's number 75 in the country. So they're not a terrible 3-point shooting team. That's why I named off those players by percentage wise. Their 2-point percentage is 50%. That's 198. Their offensive turnover percentage 12.1, number 25. So they don't turn the ball over a lot. They're not very good at free throws. They're like 245 in free throws. So that's weird. And offensive rebounding has been a strength for this team the past couple seasons with this coach. This is an emphasis of his. And that's why this is going to be a tester for Indiana too. I want to see Indiana like rebound the ball better. They definitely, this is what they have to work on these next couple games, is just making sure that every guy is blocking out, every guy is helping, every guy is like really fighting for boards against even these weaker teams. Because when we play against the bigger time teams that are coming up, we're going to have like relentless physical rebounding underneath, especially with the way we're going to be undersized in some of these front court situations. Because Louisville, they got a big dude. And, I watched Michigan last night too. They got a really big dude. They got that big dude from UCLA on their team. Louisville has two different big guys that they bring into the game that play. And then Kentucky, They have, oh, I mean, they got a lot of good players, but I mean, OA, they're just, I mean, everybody's going to have to chip in on the rebounding for Indiana when we get in some of these types of games. So their defensive stats, and let me just say, their defense is awful. So this is probably going to be another game where, I mean, if Indiana's going to set the tone of they're going to be a team that scores 100 points every night, they might score 100 again tonight because they rank number 275 in their overall defensive ranking. So not good. Um, their efficiency is 275 as well, and 177 in effective field goal percentage allowed. They're 177 in that. They are not good running people off the 3-point line. The opponent's 3-point percentage, they're 36.7 in that, and that's number 244 in the nation. So that stuff does not line up good for their team and what they're going up against with Lamar Wilkerson. And I would, and maybe I'm getting greedy here, but I just want to see some other guys get involved. I would like to see even Sicily hit a three. He had a great game in the last game. Even Reed Bailey and any of the guys, just to get their confidence up and to know that, if they're open to hit one. I definitely want to see Connerway hit one, and they're number 97 in turnover percentage. So 20.6% on the turnover percentages. So there you have it. I mean, what do you think about Indiana? Leave your comments down below. This game, I mean, I'm not going to go on and on about it. They should be able to handle this team. You really just want to see Indiana come out with no lull, none of this like what we saw in these years past where you play down to the level of these bad opponents and let them stay in the game. And we just don't want to see any of that. That is where Indiana's 20, 21 or 22 and Ken Palm right now. So we're not inside the top 25, but as long as we keep games where we blow out some teams, but we fight to the finish in every game, and we don't. What killed us in the Mike Woodson era was playing these low-level teams and then playing them right down to the wire, or having a big portion of the game where we were down by 10 points to some nobody team like Army or something like that. And that just kills your metrics in the Ken Palm rankings because, I mean, they have an adjusted, rate for what they think this game is going to project out to on Ken Palm. And I did not get that on here. I believe I saw it on one channel. I think it's in like the 20s. Indiana's supposed to win by 20 or so in this game. But whatever they judge that, okay, this team has this type of efficiency on offense and defense, they put that all in their computer, and I don't know exactly how it works, but then they pop out a number out of there of like what that Ken Palm really projects that as. And a lot of that does go into those net ratings and all of that type of thing at the end of the year. They really look at how you faced every single opponent. At no time has it ever been more critical to take every single game seriously. I think the longer I've been doing this channel and the more I've looked into that, the more I've realized that how important it is to not play like crap against these beginning of the year teams. So I think DeVries is going to have them ready. I think this team so far, and I know we're only 2 games in if we watch the exhibitions, but so far this team is playing like the football team when they have to. I mean, they can just go out there and play with maximum effort, and that's what we want to see. So I think it's going to be a big night for Conaway. That's my prediction on the game, and I think the final score is going to be Indiana 98 and Milwaukee 67. So mark it down. Will we see Indiana maybe go to some different stuff? Will they try to guard Indiana a different way, or will they just try to slough off and go underneath screens and allow Indiana to just eat them up from the 3-point line? Um, I mean, so far early in the season, but we're killing it in 3-point percentage. I mean, 50% in the last game. I think we were 60% in the first game. So, uh, we do want to just see these guys get more comfortable with each other, get more comfortable, like getting into a rhythm and everything like that. And, and just seeing them go down, especially at home. I will not be at the game tonight, but it should be a good one. I am looking forward to it. I may do live stream during the game or after the game, but we will just see because I have to go pick my daughter up from school right now, and we'll just see what time I get back from all of that stuff. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.